Hi everyone, I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts, and I'm enjoying my time at Fat Quarter Studios preparing your next block of the month. You and me. That's the name, and you and me get to make the next block. Come on right over. Choose your fabrics first. This month we're gonna have a beautiful selection of fabric. We have a lovely light, and this light is one of my personal favorites from the Low Sweetheart collection. Sew in Love book is based on Low Sweetheart collection, and I think you are right now really enjoying those fabrics. So we have beautiful lights, there are 3 of them. Then we have lovely reds and this big polka dot red with the pink polka dots on it, another one of my favorite, and we have a beautiful pink. So those are our fabrics we're gonna cut from it, and let's move on to that. So we are ready to cut our fabrics, and we're gonna cut squares again. So use your ruler and cut beautiful large squares, then small squares. And we have red and light ones for some of the units. Then we have a light one. This is going to be outside of the box, and reds that gonna goes with it. I have all of them put together really nice for you guys, and I usually stack everything when I'm cutting. I stack the pieces together so I remember which fabric goes with which. And we have another large one. Notice this pink. Oh, what a beautiful print. And we have the small one. Don't be afraid of some of the lines. When I pick up my fabrics, I always follow rule of 5: big print, medium print, small print, some kind of stripe, some kind of polka dot. Sometimes we shy away from the stripes and the lines because we worry about the directions. Don't be afraid. It gets such a nice texture, such a beautiful feel to your blocks. You want a nice variety of prints. You don't want your whole block to just have small print. You want a nice variety to give a good movement to your block. Another red one, and those 2 are the same ones, G and F, that I have it right here. Okay, so we have everything cut. I am so excited because now you and me have practiced this last month, and what we're going to do, we're gonna start by placing a large square down, putting a small square right over, right sides together, draw a line through the center, then stitch right on a line, and as soon as you finish stitching, you can go ahead and with our handy little ruler, where did I place mine? Oh, I'm gonna use the larger one this time. I'm gonna place my ruler right here, and notice again 45-degree line right next to the edge, and I'm going to stay away 1/4 inch from that stitch line, 1/4 inch away from the stitch line, and I'm gonna trim it. Beautiful. And make sure you close that rotary, and you are going to flip it open and create a beautiful triangle. Once you finish that, you are ready to place another square right over, draw a line, stitch right on the line, trim it, open up, and in no time you will make those beautiful units. You need 4 of them for 1 block. You and me can do that, don't you think? And now we will also have to make this unit. This time we have a square, and we're going to put loose squares on each corner. Starting on the opposite corner, draw a line, stitch, finish with 2 more on the opposite side, draw a line, stitch, flip it open. So this is our center unit. We're gonna need 1 of those. Then we will make 2 of those units where we have our, remember, low stripe on one side, this beautiful light with pink on the other side, and a 2 on opposite matching right here. So this is 1, and another one that looks just like this again, this stripe fabric, pink and a light. We need 2 and 2 of each of those. All right, so excited. And remember, every time you finish unit, what are you going to do? Trim them, because if you trim during the process of making a block, that's what it makes it nice and beautiful. So I like to do that, press and trim. And especially with pressing, you want to make sure you have a nice steam with it, press it gently, and do remember, set in your seam. Oh, you wonder what that means is? You're gonna first, when you finish stitching, you always should put your iron right over and set in the seam, then flip it open and press it open. So always set in the seam before you press it nicely open. Okay, we have everything ready and it's time to line up the block. Remember, I like to start with my center. So my center piece was that big polka dot and have the lights on the outside. And now I'm gonna add corners to it. And I know that I want 2 reds on opposite corner right here. And I want this little line, that little stripe fabric on all the way on the edges, matching my pinks, this background to the inside. Let's do now the opposite side, and I have beautiful pink. Look at this. And those units that we have made, that we only have the 2 squares on it, they're gonna be placed on the outside of the block. There are 4 of them. Here, ready, set, go. Look at how nice they're making a cute little star there right for me. That red really pops nice. Oh, that is gonna look great. Now everything looks nice. They're in the right position. Remember, those reds are on the opposite side, pinks are on opposite side. Later on, you're gonna thank me for that. We're gonna create a beautiful picture with that. We're going to sew into 3 rows of 3 units. 1, 2, 3. We will again flip this right over, place it right sides together, use a pin right there at that crossing point, because we want to make sure that this seam matches up beautifully with this side, with the seam. Yep, let's make sure. Yep, perfect. And I like to, like I said, keep that pin standing, because if you shift that pin, you're shifting that bottom unit down. So I like to keep it just standing, holding the spot for me, matching it up, sewing from here straight down, pull that pin as you're doing. And now this needs to be sewn to this, this to this. Push the seam allowance in the opposite direction, and then we will sew units together. Press our block beautifully, and remember, when you finish your blocks, always square them up. The block should be 9.5 unfinished. So once the block is square up, time to put it into the quilt. And we have made 8 of those blocks, and they're going to be placed right here on each side of the quilt. And notice now our position of our red will float all the way around to keep a beautiful picture and match with our previous block that we have designed right here, and give a really nice medallion feel to the quilt. Oh, I am so excited that you and me have just made this wonderful block. So enjoy it, and I can't wait to see you next month.